Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Nigerians generally have been crying out over the issue of insecurity and marginalization, particularly the southeastern and the southwesterners as well have been crying and agitating for Yoruba nation simply because of the scheme of things. They are not properly represented. Worse still for the southeasterners, they have been feeling marginalized for a very long time. But this particular group seem to top it all with their view that they are not just only marginalized, they are maltreated in their own country. This shocked a lot of Nigerians, and even governor spoke on their behalf. Before we go to the news report to find out what it is that is going on, that is brewing, and why Nigerians are pointing accusing fingers at them, they are putting accusing fingers to Nigerians. We like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Let's go straight into the news. The governor of Jigawa State, Mohammed Badaro, has said the reason why the state is not facing banditry challenges is because it has identified the root cause of the crisis. Speaking when he received the Presidential Enabling and Business Environment Council, that's PEBEC, Business Made Easy, Baduru said Fulani who have taken up arms around the country are reacting angrily to years of maltreatment and neglect. To pacify angry Fulani, Baduru said previous administrations created policies that allowed them to use cattle grazing routes and even forest reserves. That's in Jigawa State now. This, he said, kept the state free from clashes between farmers and herders witnessed in states in the northeast. According to him, the administration of Governor Saminu Turaki between 1999 and 2007 allowed the Fulani to use cattle routes and to some extent the forest reserves, while disputes between farmers and herders were discussed and resolved amicably. When Sule Lamido came, he continued with the initiative. He started providing water in grazing reserves and building schools for nomads. When I came in, I continued with the provision of water and demarcation of cattle routes. Mr. Baduru, who was quoted by Premium Times, I quote him, he said, "We introduced mobile veterinary services in 30 wards that enable the herders to get veterinary services in their own villages, giving the herders a sense of belonging. If suspicious characters come to Jigawa, we get information from resident Fulanis that such people have arrived and we don't trust them," he said. He stated that state facility, or I take that again, he stated that states facing banditry are those who lack similar policy as Jigawa. But this was not handled well in other places, and that was why probably you see the escalation. And some states got affected with the manners due to their proximity to the banditry prone state. If they had treated the issues the same way as Jigawa did, that would not have happened, he said. The governor lamented that Fulani cattle herders were not being provided with education and basic amenities. They have become backward in the society and they discovered that they can buy equipment and instruments to terrorize people. The crisis is not only about kidnapping for money, but you see vengeance in it. You see that they are angry. I believe that what the previous government did in Jigawa and what I'm doing will assist the state to remain relatively peaceful, the governor said. Nigerians have decided to react to this and they talk about playing the victim card. And Nigerians will totally want to counter totally what Baduru, the governor of Jigawa, is saying. But of course, let's feel the pulse of Nigerians and also let's analyze this in the light of the situation we're facing right now currently in Nigeria. This one here is saying, who maltreated the Fulanis? Is it not the Fulanis who have been in control of political and economic systems in Nigeria? The Fulanis. So they should stop insulting the intelligence of other Nigerians by their untruthful statements. This one here says, seriously, these are lies. This one here says, but how do these people reason? Another person answer, like what they do. This one here is saying it's a lie. They are the only group that has suffered from years of maltreatment and neglect. Really? Our whole will only push a drunk to do what's exactly in his mind. Let's stop justifying some of these condemnable actions of criminals and enemies of Nigeria. We already know that what is happening in Nigeria today is a highly organized crime supported by the elite of the Fulani tribe in Nigeria. This one here is saying, yes, you, the Fulani elite, are the ones sponsoring them. This one here is a nonsense talk. Who maltreated them? That South gets distinction in grade and still be denied jobs, but not get an F or even a pass and get the best jobs in Nigeria. Who is maltreating who? This one here is saying, who has been neglecting and maltreating them? Is it not their persons who have been in the government for a long time? A whole lot of persons are saying the same thing in different languages. Come on, let's look at this, analyze this in the light of what is happening in Nigeria. Most Nigerians will not agree with what the governor is saying. If you go to southwest, if you go to southeast, in fact, what started this whole issue of Eastern security network creation in the southeast, it was actually bordered on the fact that there's been increasing insecurity, particularly the headers going to the farmlands of southeastern or southern Nigeria generally, and destroying the crops that have used good capital intensive projects, and in just a trickle of a day or two grazing, the whole money is gone, the capital gone, the crops gone, the yield not seen. And sometimes it leads to communal clashes, which eventually takes both lives and destroy properties. So a lot of people, had to get some sort of self-help. Some decided to have a vigilante, and like H0t was created in Southwest, all for the same purpose. H0t is not always seen trying to do the work of the police, but rather they are mostly seen in the forest or mostly seen trying to ensure that Fulani Herdsmen don't go destroying properties or farm produce. You now see that, so to speak, when they said, according to Baduru, that the Fulanis have been marginalized and out of anger, they decided to destroy things. Come on, let's do what we call economics of comparative advantage. If they not realize that they can produce cow meat, beef, skin, in the highest number of quantity, why not relocate all the headers, all the Fulani headers down to the north? Okay, you can now do the ranching over there, so that the south also can concentrate on what they have a comparative advantage over. Or else, if they keep trying to gaze everywhere, at this stage, you're still looking for, at this century and time of development, you're still looking for grazing routes, what to enact grazing routes. Come on, how are the world over doing it? How are Sena claims doing it? How are developed countries doing it? They don't lack beef. They've got beef, they've got milk, fresh milk. So how are they doing it? We should learn their motives, learn their development and move on. We don't have that in a luxury of wasting land. That's we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?